Hey, this is episode 102. Can you believe it? We actually got past the 100 that we had originally set out to do, and we said, hey, we're going to continue on. So here we are, episode 102. Tonight's going to be, I would say, a short one compared to what many of our live streams have been like, at least in the last about 3 weeks. But whether you're watching this live, I want to welcome you. If you're watching the replay, welcome. I would like for you to stick it out through the whole stream because we've got something for everyone tonight. We also have a giveaway that I'm going to talk about. We've been talking about that for the last couple of days. We're going to close the books on that, if you will, this coming Friday. So you've got until then to get in on it. I'll talk about that here towards the end of the stream. And again, this is not going to be super long. Wanted to cover basically two things. Wanted to kind of go over at a very broad, on a very broad basis, the cryptocurrency market today, and then I'll also talk about how you can earn a good interest on your money. You know, something different than a bank, but something that's easy. And yes, it does have something to do with cryptocurrencies in a sense, but again, it can be very simple, very easy, and it's Blockfi, and we'll get to it. But what I want to do first is let's kind of cover where we're at with cryptocurrencies today and the market in that space. And so here we go. So I hope you can hear this and see it. I've had some problems with my audio, but I believe we've got that resolved. First of all, going to look at this from a market cap perspective as always, and I'm sure this will be the case for the foreseeable future for years to come. Most likely Bitcoin number one with a market cap of 1 trillion and change. Ethereum number two. Ethereum has had an amazing run, by the way. I just wished that I had bought it several days ago. I'm going to actually pull up the history here in a minute on Ethereum as well as Dogecoin, just so we can look at those two. But the story for tonight, I think in many ways, is Dogecoin. As much hate as there is out there for it, as much fun as it's still being made of, it's hard to argue with the fact that it's number 6 market cap. A lot has to happen for that to be the case, and I would certainly argue, and I'm sure if I was able to go and look at the history of cryptocurrencies over the last 10 years, I'm sure there's been a number of those actually that have been in the top 10 that don't even exist today. But it's a much different market, I would argue, and the fact that Dogecoin has been able to be in the top 10 for a good little while now, I think it's here to stay. Only time will tell. But it's number 6 today. I want to show you one other thing that's really interesting. If we look at the 24-hour basically percent increase, look at what's number 1. Dogecoin is number 1. I think the low for this past 24-hour period is 33, and the high is 40 cents, and maybe a fraction of another penny. But that's pretty amazing. That's a 7-cent increase just today, and it had a pretty good increase yesterday. So, or early this morning, actually, I was live streaming, and I saw it, and it was pretty amazing. So let's also look at the 7-day, and if you look at the 7-day sorted by best performance, descending best performance, then where is Dogecoin? Number 2. Yeah, I thought it was. So Dogecoin is number 2, just behind XRP. And by the way, some might be waiting until XRP is finished with their battles, if you will, with the SEC. We'll see what happens there. But while that battle is raging, XRP continues to move forward, and there are a lot of people that think that XRP has a tremendous promise. Ethereum's doing, like I said, really good today as well. I'm going to drill down into Dogecoin here for a minute. Then we're going to go into Ethereum briefly as well because of how well it's done over the last several days. As much as I love Dogecoin, I do believe that you need to be diversified within your crypto portfolio, and I also believe you should look into having some stocks and then maybe even some other things. But again, hang tight. We are going to get to, arguably the main topic tonight, at least, is how to earn interest on or using cryptocurrency. Actually, it could be how to earn interest on your dollars, and you'll see why I say that here in just a minute. Again, it can be very simple, very easy, but if we go and drill down here, again, we can see that the range over a 24-hour period, 33.49 at the low and 40 at the high. I thought when it got to 38 briefly, based on what I've seen in the past with what the whales can do, I thought for sure that it was just going to hover around 37, 38 for multiple days. Who knows? It can drop down again. It's just hard to know, honestly, on any one given day, unless you're looking at it constantly, looking at the volume coming from the whales. It's hard to know. With normal market conditions, in other words, I consider that conditions where the whales are not literally buying and selling, number of times a day, selling the same amount, buying the same amount back, getting it at the same price for selling it, buying it, all of that. Without that manipulation, I think that Dogecoin could most likely go higher than it is right now. We'll see. But obviously, there's some excitement behind it today. I don't know if this is some in anticipation of May 8th with Elon Musk and whatever he's going to do on Saturday Night Live. I will just say, be careful. Don't invest in Dogecoin looking for a quick buck unless you're willing to lose it, number one, and unless you can wait. Even if you want to make a quick buck, which is perfectly fine, just make sure that you're not using money that you have to have the next day or 2 days, or even the next week or 2 weeks, because the cryptocurrency market is volatile. Volatility is different than risk. Volatility is the rapid up and down motion of the price at times. Riskiness is more along the lines of, what are the chances of it going to zero? I think the chances of Dogecoin going to zero or even a half penny, at least right now, is fairly slim. But going from 40 maybe back down to 25 is possible. So just be ready to hold until it's at a point where you're obviously making a profit, if that's the approach you want to take. If you want to take a buy and hold, and then also buy more if you have the money to on dips, then by all means do that as well. It's your money, your strategy, but I'm here to give you thoughts, ideas. This is not advice. You should think of this as just education and entertainment. But bottom line is, Dogecoin today has done very well so far, and who knows what we're going to see tomorrow. I know I don't. So let's talk about, for a minute, BlockFi. So BlockFi is, and I need to see if I actually have the window up for that, and I guess I don't, so let's pull one up. BlockFi is basically a company, and they're not alone. There are others. I've done some research, and BlockFi is the one that I like the best. Keep that in mind. Do your own research. If you settle down on wanting to use BlockFi, I will say, hey, thanks for watching here. If you use my link, that's great. If you don't, that's okay as well. I never want you to think that I've got the link in there because I just absolutely want to use that. I'm not going to pressure you to do so, but as a creator, it does help if you use our links, and if you're getting value and information here, then we're going to ask that you use our links when you're interested in it. Again, you may at least use the link to go check it out. If you don't sign up, if you don't use it, you don't sign up and you don't use it. No harm, no foul. We're perfectly fine either way. But very briefly, and then I'm going to play a little video as well. I'm going to play it at the end because for some reason, if the music that's on it ends up being copyrighted, then I'll actually have to mute that part of the video post live. So if you're watching this and the replay and there's no music, or the video's gone for that part, then I had to take it down because YouTube put a copyright claim on it. But they have the Blockfi interest account, which I am the most interested in personally. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. You can also get USDC, which you need to get, or one of their other supported stable coins to actually earn interest. And so I'll tell you real quick before I play the video that, in its simplest, all you need to do is set up a connection between Blockfi and your bank. I think they use Plaid. I have it set up. I've used it. I have $100 in there. I'm earning interest. It happens within 5 minutes. It's immediate. Your money's not even technically there yet, and you start drawing interest because with this integration with Plaid, I guess they've worked it out with the banks that everything is validated, and they at least check your balance at the time that you're saying you want to transfer, and if you have enough in your account, then they basically acknowledge on the Blockfi end that you have funded your account. And I started out with $100, and you can also pick whether you want your interest to be in US dollars. Maybe you want to earn your interest in Bitcoin. Maybe you want to earn your interest in Ethereum or US dollars. I know those three are available. It's possible that you can also earn your interest in other coins. You get paid that monthly. Check with your tax accountant if you decide to do this with regards to what all the tax implications are. But, I have to believe that earning 0.5% or less at a bank, if you're earning even that versus, up to 8.5% on the equivalent of US dollars or less on your crypto is much better. Now, the good thing about earning it on the crypto, again, you're basically getting interest denominated in a cryptocurrency that itself is going to appreciate over time. So it's a super, super good deal. Also, one other thing, you do get one free transfer a month from your Blockfi account to, let's say, your bank if you want to take some of your money out. After that, there is some type of a fee structure. I don't see myself actually transferring more than once a month. If it's dollars, I think it's literally $1 million is the limit per month without fees. And you'll just have to look up the fee structure. And there's also some bonuses that they're offering. One of the other quick things that I'll tell you about, and like I said, this is going to be a short one tonight, but if you do use a credit card, I am not by any means telling you to buy things on credit. Again, that's something that you get to decide on your own. I do think that debt management is important. To use credit as little as possible probably makes sense, but nonetheless, if you do buy things on credit, if you use a credit card strategically, I get that, and it makes sense sometimes. They have a waiting list that you can get on, and I also have a link to that in the description, or you can just use any of the Blockfi links that you see in the description. Go to that, and you can sign up to get on the waiting list to get a pretty unique, it's the first, as far as I understand it, a credit card with a loyalty program, if you will, or a use program where you can earn points in crypto. So I think it's 1.5% or something like that. And I also believe that it's unlimited. So that's pretty amazing. I got on the list. I'll be honest, if you use my link, which I would love for you to use, I get ahead a little bit on the list. You as well. You can get your own link, and as you share it with your friends and those that you know and others, you will get moved up in the list. I'm like number 7,000 or something like that out of, I don't remember the number, but it was released, I believe, in February, started going out. I'm going to go search actually YouTube myself and see if there's anyone that's actually received it yet and just kind of, catch up on that. But nonetheless, I think it's something you may want to look at. But again, the main thing I want to convey here is this is an opportunity for you to earn interest, as simple as just earning interest on the equivalent of US dollars with Blockfi, as opposed to earning, basically nothing And it's very liquid. So, I mean, you don't have to deal with liquidity. Here's the other thing. You're earning interest until you don't want to earn interest anymore. There is no maturity like on traditional CDs, money markets, none of that. I mean, you could decide to earn interest for a day and take it all out, transfer it to a cold wallet, transfer it to some other wallet because you're going to use it for some other reason. You have all of those flexibilities. But yet, as long as you want to, you're earning interest. If you're going to be holding your crypto for a long period of time, or even a short period of time for that matter, why not earn interest on it? That's at least my perspective. And so now what I'm going to do is show a video. It's actually just a little ad, so it may give you a little bit more information.
So, why Blockfi? Good question. First of all, you can get up to 8.6% APY in crypto. Not bad. Second, you can earn compound interest in crypto and get crypto-backed loans too. But that's not all. How about trading with no fees? Now that's brilliant. That's Blockfi, the future of finance. Get started today. So, why Blockfi? Good question.
All right, so sorry that started twice. But yeah, that's it. That's really what I wanted to cover tonight. Again, it's short tonight. I have been streaming for, as I said, now 102 nights straight. So I'm going to make this one short so you can have a great night, so I can have a great night, and do want you to come back. I know I have a diverse audience, so I would love for you to let me know in the chat if you're here still live, or if you are watching the replay in the comments, let me know what you would like for me to talk about. Again, I started talking about cryptocurrency. Again, it's been about 3 weeks ago now because it's something that I dived into, something that I believe is a viable way of generating wealth. I do not believe that it's something that you should necessarily do passively, at least initially. There is a lot of education that I believe is necessary in order to get into this with some amount of confidence. Yes, there's risk, and just had some dialogue with a friend today as well. And if Mark's watching, just want to let him know, I agree that there's risk involved, and throughout history, for those that are willing to take more risk, almost always there is more reward, and you need to determine for yourself how much you're willing to risk, and make the best decisions for you, your family, all the things. So, just again in closing, I talk about a ton of things. If you look at my channel historically, and I'm doing probably the biggest no-no for anyone that helps people grow YouTube channels, and I talk about it myself, about having a niche and all of that. But this is a topic that has just really grabbed me. I've ignored crypto for years, and I've actually been in the last couple of weeks successful in being able to earn some real money, have plans on doing that long term, but not to the exclusion of other diversified ways of growing my money. So you should do the same. You need to look into all your options and choose for yourself. And I also talk about live streaming and helping people with growing their business, digital marketing, email marketing, growing a YouTube channel, all those kind of things. And I would like to hear from my audience what you would like to hear me talk most about. And I'll be, again, completely frank and honest. I spent almost 80 nights talking about things that I actually do enjoy and know I think a lot about, and crickets. I'll be honest, from a lot. And when I embraced cryptocurrency, because it's something that I'm doing, it's not me just trying to get onto the latest and greatest thing, although it is something that intrigues a lot of people, so it does draw, I think, an audience. That was not my intent, to draw an audience. My intent was to cover something that was interesting me. And one of those first nights that I started, I had almost 50 active, viewers live, lots of comments coming through. We spent 4 hours, and that kind of set the precedent for fairly long live streams because, number one, during that 4 hours, people were very engaged. It took me 4 hours to get through basically all of the comments. When you acknowledge someone's comment and then you actually speak to it and then have, in essence, dialogue through there, that can take some time. And I honestly don't want to lose that aspect of it. I'm sure there will be streams where I have a very specific and structured message that I want to share that may actually, have less dynamic, interaction, if you will, with the audience. But I think my preference is to keep it that way. So, again, the one other thing I want to talk about real quick, I am giving away these Flex watches. Well, I've got one to give away now, and then I'm going to be giving another one away, towards the middle of, let's say, episode 150, but I'm going to give that away at the end of next week. So go to strammel.info/flex. So strammel.info/flex. Get on my email list. That's a special landing page, a special email list. I will know exactly who has signed up for the giveaway. I won't be spamming you. That's not to say that I won't send you an email here and there. It'll always be what I think is useful information. You get to decide, though. If you don't want to be on my email list after the giveaway, you'll be able to unsubscribe. So the last thing I'm going to say, getting back to, in essence, the roots of my channel initially, I highly recommend that you look into creating a YouTube channel of your own, regardless of what you do, whether you're into crypto, whether you're a life coach, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're a painter, whether you mow lawns, whether you're a homemaker, it doesn't matter. I truly believe that over time, that YouTube can be an asset for you. If you're not looking for assets, it can still be an outlet for you to be able to share your thoughts, your ideas, all of those kind of things. It's free. It's a way for you, especially if you're wired to share your knowledge, share what you know. It's a perfect way to do that, and I highly encourage you to do so. And, I'm here to help people also understand how to live stream, equipment to do that, all that kind of stuff. But crypto's here to stay until I'm not interested in anymore, and I don't see that coming. But I will probably mix it up a little bit more in the future. So that being said, I hope you will come back tomorrow for episode 103. And again, we're blowing right through this. We're going to go, I don't even know how long, but we're going to keep going live and getting better, presenting you with more and more value and building a community. That's what we're looking to do. Have a good night.